Hello there, Brick Fanatics. The latest modular building is here, and I feel conflicted. On the one hand, this is one of the sets that was shown off to us at Fan Media Days this year, and as I've said previously, one of the big benefits of attending Fan Media Days this year was getting to see a lot of the LEGO designers as artists and craftsmen and seeing the human faces behind a lot of these LEGO sets, and I definitely felt that with this modular building. This was shown off to us by designer Huang Deng. He talked about the story behind the set and how it was the Modular Building Collection which led him back to LEGO as an adult, specifically the Pet Shop set which he fell in love with, and that then led him to engage with the LEGO fandom and then seek out a job working as a LEGO designer, and now everything that he has done in his career has come from the modular buildings, and so for him this is a wonderful full circle moment where he has now made his own modular building, and I can't help but hear that story and think, oh, that's brilliant, I'm really excited for you and for this work of art that you have created. And indeed, I'll show the full presentation at the end of this video, but you can tell that Huang knew exactly what a group of fan media all wanted to know about this set, because he came with a much more involved presentation than most of the designers that were showing off to us. He brought along little displays that had all of the new elements on there so that we could see them a bit more clearly rather than having to squint at the model and hope that we could get a good idea of them from a distance. It was the kind of presentation that just makes you want to champion a set and say, yes, this was absolutely made with passion and made with love, but unfortunately it's also a product that is being sold by a large multinational corporation, and on that front I feel like the LEGO group is really starting to squeeze our wallets here. This set contains 3,456 pieces. That's around 200 more than Tudor Corner, the previous modular building, which contains 3,266 pieces. And for those 200 additional elements, you are looking to spend around £30 sterling more. This set will retail at £229.99 in the UK, $249.99 in the US, and €249.99 in parts of the EU. That is a significant increase over Tudor Corner, which costs £199.99 in the UK, $129.99 in the US, and €129.99 in the EU. And maybe you think, well, that's a justifiable increase based on the number of elements that are in the box. And yeah, okay, maybe, but also these modular buildings are getting bigger and bigger and more expensive every year. And I think I'm at the point now, personally, being somebody who loves to buy these things and then one day hopes to be able to assemble them all in a row and have my wonderful little modular street, but can't really do that right now because of space limitations. I look at this new price and I think, this might be the point where I tap out and I just say that dream has got to die, because I'm not going to be able to justify any more of these buildings if they keep getting more and more expensive. There are so many options at this particular price point now, and it is not an easy price point for a lot of people to afford. So for a modular building to cost a little bit more, again, it needs to be absolutely the best possible modular building. And from a very mercenary perspective, no matter what the story behind the set, can I justifiably say that this new modular building, the shopping street, is worth £30 more to me than the Tudor Corner? And unfortunately, the Tudor Corner is a very good looking set, and I can't really remember what the shopping street looks like, even though I've been hands-on with it myself. I'm sorry, I have to look at this in perspective, and unfortunately, for all that this might have a brilliant story behind it, this is not the strongest modular building. It's got a really cool design to it. It's got a shape that allows for this little alleyway that's at an angle, and that's really neat, but apart from that, there's really nothing here that stands out as being significantly different to any other modular building, and that being the case, I can't really feel like it's worth it to me personally. Maybe you love it, that's fair enough, but I don't think that this is the strongest one we've ever had, even though it is one of the more expensive ones recently. Now, I said I was hands-on with this thing at Fan Media Day, so I'm going to show you my walkthrough of the set wherein I explored it and experienced it for the first time, and you'll see a lot of enthusiasm from me there because I don't know the price of the set yet. Look at this, we have a modular building. Turn that all the way around and take these off so I can actually see it. This is very nice. I don't know how well you can see it, but there's a little alleyway here. If I put my fingers through, you can just see my fingers on the other side there, which is very cool. Two little twins here who are dressed up in fun uniforms. And then we've got whatever this guy's selling. I'm assuming he's not selling flippers. That might be it might be a pushchair, or like a stroller for a baby, perhaps. Oh no, it's got something in it. I don't know what that is, but that's pretty neat. What? Let's go floor by floor and just take it apart.
Let's see what I can find in here. So there's the roof. Put that there. And then underneath.
Not the one that you're filming, that there's no
Oh, I'm reading everything.
Okay.
Just for
And then here we've got, there was a little toilet in there. Little toilet, and then we've got, oh, there's like a geode. I love a geode. And we've got an emerald or a gem of some kind there. Lovely chair. Very familiar painting in there. Nice little bed. I've got to remember how to put this thing all back together again afterwards because I'm probably going to forget. Oh, that's connected. Okay. This is one big floor. Very good. I wonder if I can... Yeah, that comes off as well. I'm going to have a heck of a time putting this thing back together. And then there we've got all of this stuff in here. Oh, I see what they've done there. It's a certain duck. And then I love the cat in the plinth. That's very cool. Can I put it back together? Let's find out. So far so good. And there we go.
So yeah, it's nice. It's got some fun ideas in there, some interesting design choices. It's fine. But it should be better than fine if it costs this much money. Under normal circumstances, this would be the point of the video where I compare this new modular with things offered by the Bricklink Designer Program, which also have brilliant stories from fans of LEGO behind them. But I'm not doing that in this video because I'm a little bit disappointed in Bricklink at the moment. You know what you did. Instead, let me compare the modular experience to this Blacksmith Ninjago set very briefly. I want to do a full review of this set later on in the month because I absolutely feel like it deserves more attention than I can give it this week because the LEGO Group has announced so many new products this week. But this thing, I had so much fun building it. It is such an inventive and interesting set. It's got so much packed into such a small little footprint here. So many really inventive and clever building techniques that I just thought it was absolutely fantastic to put together. It is admittedly significantly smaller than a modular building and not priced too far below what modular buildings cost maybe 5 years ago, but still I just think it is absolutely fantastic and in many ways more fun than building a modular building because you're not doing the same little bit of greebling over and over and over. You know, sometimes the modular instructions will say, now get out 20 of this element and stack them all up next to each other. You didn't have to do that with this one. So I feel like there are other alternative options in the LEGO catalogue at the moment which give that kind of really detailed, interesting building experience, by which I mean like physical brick and mortar build experience, which you can get from this that come in at a significantly lower price and are significantly easier to both find storage space for, but also be able to just find the cash for. And so that being the case, there's a lot of competition if you're looking to buy a really detailed building. And as such, I just feel like this modular building at that particular price is just going to be difficult for a lot of people to choose over some of the other things that are in the LEGO catalogue at the moment. Obviously, some people are beholden to the modular series and will buy every single one of these modular buildings, and for you, I imagine you're going to have a good time with this thing, but for me personally, I feel like I'm willing to jump off that particular train at this point and start looking at other little building options from the LEGO Group because there's more than ever before. There are more LEGO sets at this kind of price point, that like £200 £200 or $250 mark, and maybe I want to spend my money somewhere else this time around. Now, it is unfortunate when the cost of a LEGO set ends up being the big factor in a video like this, and I don't like really just focusing on that. So I am excited now to leave you with Huang Dong's full presentation from Fan Media Days, and as said, I'm absolutely thrilled at just how excited he is to talk about this, and how, as a LEGO fan as well as a LEGO designer, he clearly has a lot of passion for what he's talking about. Before I go, do make sure that you do all of the regular YouTube things. Leave a comment down below letting us know what you think of this new modular and whether or not you're going to be picking it up yourself, and hit the thumbs up button and the subscribe button and the notification bell, etc, etc, etc. If you're going to be purchasing this or any other thing from the LEGO website in the near future, there is an affiliate link in the description or a QR code that is on screen. They take you straight to the LEGO website and we get a percentage of the sale when you purchase through those links. You can go to brickfanatics.com for coverage of all things LEGO, and you can sign up to our newsletter so that you never miss anything LEGO related ever again. And with that, I turn the time over to Huang.
My name is Huang, by the way. I'm a senior model designer in LEGO Icons. Many years ago, there's one model that completely changed my life. I went from a college student without knowing much about LEGO and went back into LEGO. That model was a pet shop, so it was a modular building. And then I tried to apply to the job. I contacted the designers, which is Jim Gerard. I didn't get the job then, but somehow I made it here today. And yeah, this is something that I've been dreaming of working on, and this is the finished product, the next entry to the Modular Building Collection. It is called the Shopping Street. This is, I would say, our attempt to do one of the most crazy geometry layout ever yet. A lot of the study we've done through in the past entry, like the boutique hotel, the assembly square. So this is kind of like, if you can imagine, those two modular have a child. This is it. I can just slowly spin it around for you guys. It started out as an idea that I had. I grew up in an alleyway, so to me it's something that really precious to me, that maybe one day I could make a model that can really relate to. So I started with putting an alleyway in between, and trying to make the angle works. And in this box, I'd like to show you guys. This is a rough floor plan.
Wow.
So it's quite interesting geometries you might see. A lot of this actually are a known, math that has been done before, but to fit into a 32 by 32 base plate, it's something that we're really proud of. Story-wise, I think there are so many little details, callbacks to the past modulars buildings. For the second time, we were trying to incorporate the building crest into this hat. And for the first time ever, we have the twin girls in the modular building. So they're going into the shop and they're going to buy the first instrument for their marching band. So that will be part of the storyline. So on this side, it will be a store where they can buy all the instruments. And on this side, we have a furniture store. When I studied design, I always wanted to become a furniture designer. But somehow I didn't make it, but who knows, maybe in the future, this is my chance to do that. Here are the new decos and new color changes that I try my best to give the variety of. Of course, we have the new torsos. We have the main character as the comforter lady, and she's up here right now, but she's going to have a new decorated torso. But I'm super proud of is this purple outfit for the twin girls, as you can see. And then, of course, these are all decorated windows done very fantastically by our graphic design team. Inside the store, we tried to brick build all of these interesting instruments. So if you are familiar with marching bands, I think you can pick up a few of these. But yeah, we tried, the French horn, the trumpet, the trombone. Actually, we started with a sousaphone, and I think it was like sort of a way that we can test the concept, and we tried to do that, and then finally we can put it around the minifigure. So that was super interesting, and the rest of them are over here as well. On the left side, we have a collection of chairs. We, as a history of the modular building, we try to build chairs, furnitures out of regular bricks as many ways as possible. And I think this is a good chance for us to showcase that. And you see there's one missing one. Of course, you cannot forget the classic Lego chair, which is also in here. But as you might see, there is a sign that says, sale. They got way too many of that. Of course, on the back, you can find that in the dumpster. And this is gonna make some people very interested. So we tried to bring back some of the old elements from past modular buildings that we haven't seen in decades. You might recognize these two from the greengrocers. This is our chance to do that, and also there's a long 1x10 bricks. And I think there's one thing that I like to show you to cap this off. So of course the modular building comes apart, right, in layers. What I did here is we try our best to give it as much height as possible. But if you wanted to do 2 models stacked on one, you could even do that with both layers. So this is a good example of you could expand the height of your model.
Wow. It's beautiful.
And it's come up like that. And of course, this is something that is my little secret. We don't show this, but just for you guys. So this is like a door leads to nowhere, right? It's a problem. But you could take this, spin it around. It's just that little detail that sort of you could change it into a little balcony without having to buy or add on any other elements. Yeah, so that's what I have for you today. We can go deeper into all the storylines that go into the modular buildings, but I'm looking forward to that. Thanks.
Yeah.